Hey, it's Melinda here. And we've had our enrollments open for our Easy Breezy Coaching Business Bootcamp. And it's been reminding me, we just did a live cast with a lot of our graduates sharing their raw and real stories, their spots of challenges, their moments of vulnerabilities, the decisions they faced, the changes they had to make, the new steps that they had to put in place, and the results that they're getting, the celebrations. And it really reminded me that, we all have our stories, right? We all have our situations. In the post that I made here, I talk about when I was fired from my job. And in the moment, felt pretty devastating. I was very embarrassed by it. And I thought it was the end. And then I realized it didn't have to be. And while we all have our own stories, they don't have to define us. And we can be at choice for that. We can consciously choose how we respond to those stories. And we all have it. It was Jack Canfield. Jack Canfield once called them our so what stories, right? I was fired. Somebody got divorced. Another person's a single mom. Another person is this. Another person's that. We all have our stories. And I love that Jack called them our so what stories. So what? So that's your story. I get it. And I have compassion for you. And what are you going to do with that? Are you going to let it tear you down? Are you going to let it hold you back? Are you going to use that as motivation? Are you going to use that as inspiration? Are you going to use that as a learning opportunity? And I know from experience, it is easier said than done sometimes. And that's what it takes as an entrepreneur, as somebody that has a dream that says, I want to have a coaching business because I was born to do this work. I am here to make a difference. And that's what it comes down to, is what choices are you going to make? Because you have your so what story. Use it to inspire you. Use it to inspire others. Get your work out in this world. Don't let your story stop you. And when you can surround yourself with like-minded, like-spirited people, when you can surround yourself with guides and mentors that can provide steps and resources and guidance along the way, that you can borrow their courage when you're not sure where yours is, where you can borrow their knowledge and leverage their wisdom when you're not sure what you're doing, that's when you can easily move through those stories and challenges and use them to transform your life and experience. And that's what we heard. We heard several stories over the past few days of people that used their stories to find that moment of commitment, to see, do I have what it takes? Am I really going to do this? And they stopped messing around. One of the things that we talked about in our live cast with some of our stories that we brought you, we talked about you get what you tolerate, right? My father-in-law taught me that many years ago. You get what you tolerate. And I'm going to be very blunt and very direct because we don't have time to mess around. This is your dream that we're talking about. This is your life, your livelihood, your family's livelihood that we're talking about. We don't have time to mess around. And you get what you tolerate. And another colleague of mine and friend, Denny, she's on our team as well, one of our graduates, she reminded me, if you're looking at your situation and you don't like the results you see, don't focus on the results. Focus on the process. What are the steps, the thoughts, the actions that got you to where you are experiencing those results? Don't focus on the results because that keeps you in victim mode. It keeps you in story mode. It keeps you attached to your story. And some people can get pretty attached to their stories. I mean, you're coaches, you know this, right? You're listening to these stories all the time with your clients. And some people get really attached to them. But when you can shift your focus from the results and you can look at the process, now you're in total control. And for a control freak like me, I like that because now I can do something with it, because I can change the thoughts I think. I can change the actions I take. I can change the support I get, the guidance I have, the knowledge, the resources, the tips, the tools that I have at my fingertips. I can implement a new process and I can get different results. And we've heard inspirational story after inspirational story. We've seen real stories from real coaches facing real challenges, getting real results just like you. And when you focus on the process, now you're in charge of that. And that's why we've created boot camp. I'm just going to be straight up front with you. That's why we've spelled out the roadmap to success. That's why we've laid out the steps. That's why we're giving you the Coach's Console technology bundled with that boot camp training, so you know what to do, you know why you're doing it, you know how to do it. So it equips you as the business owner that you are to feel confident about that. And then it gives you the system to easily implement it all in one place, so that it streamlines your business, it simplifies it, it allows you to feel confident and professional about what you're doing, even if you're just getting started or even if you're bumping into plateaus trying to go to the next level. Now I have to say the time has come because enrollments are closing at midnight. Friday night, the 25th, midnight, enrollments are closing. We shut down enrollments because we've got to get started for boot camp. It starts the beginning of September, and our team has to go get ready for that. So we're closing enrollments. You only have until midnight, and then this is going to go away. We only roll this out about once a year, and I don't want this opportunity to slip through the cracks. I don't want you to wake up in the morning and regret not making that commitment, not going for it, not getting out of toleration. So I have an invitation to you to take a deep breath. And we heard this from one of our success stories yesterday when Sharon was telling us, I got quiet, connected with myself, and I got really honest. And that takes a lot of courage to get honest with yourself. And you have to be in a quiet spot. And you can say to yourself, you know what? Am I really committed to this? Is this what I really want? If it's not, that's okay. If it is, it's time to get moving on this. And that's what Sharon experienced. And in that moment, she's like, no, this is what I'm doing. And in that point of commitment, she made up her mind and she moved forward. She stopped tolerating her so what story that she'd been experiencing for a number of years. And she moved into action, and then the universe corresponded and supported her in that, brought her boot camp, brought her the console. And in a very short time frame, she has transformed her business. She's now living the lifestyle beyond her wildest dreams because she's created the business beyond her wildest dreams. And it's totally doable, but only if you change your story. Only if you stop that toleration. Only if you make that commitment to yourself, to your clients that are waiting for you, to the calling that you have so you can step into your full potential. And so that's my challenge to you. Take your so what story and use it for transformation. Enough is enough. Stop tolerating, start moving forward, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. I'll break it down step by step. I show you click by click. We make this easy breezy and a ton of fun along the way so you can actually enjoy the experience of your business. And you can love working with clients. We get you clients and the strategies to work with them right away, how to make it easy to talk about what you do, enrolling them, mastering those conversations so they're effortless, supporting your clients and growing and scaling your business to whatever degree you want. That's what I want for you. I want you to be one of our next success stories. Will you join me? The time has come. You must make that commitment. Say yes to your so what story. Embrace it. Use it for the inspiration, and make sure you enroll in boot camp. We have until Friday night, midnight, to get you in. So click on the link below, say yes to yourself, and let's go. Let's have a lot of fun. I'll see you on the inside.